All right, Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, GMS Louisiana Saints. All right, coming at you from the Lafayette branch. But before we get started, we're going to give all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
All right, double honor to our elders and apostles who are millstone. Salutations and blessings to the Akim that's doing his word in truth and in sincerity. And
Shalom.
Shalom. And as you can see, the title of the lesson says, "They which have seen the wicked shall say, where is it?" So basically, we're just going to go into how, everything that we're going through right now is, pretty much as a bad dream, man. The oppression of our people, us down on the highways, on the street corners, all right? All these different things, broken families, broken homes, all right? All of these things are like a bad dream to us, man. All right, whenever we think of it. So we're going to get into the scriptures and, Lord willing to be edifying to whoever may be watching.
All right, this is Job chapter 20, verse 5. I'm going to start at 4. It says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed on the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment.
That's right. So the triumphing of the wicked is short, man. All right. It isn't gonna last long because look, he's a hypocrite, man. All right. The scriptures, say the Lord is gonna deal with the hypocrite, man. You know. But again, it says knowing that the triumphing of the wicked is short, man. Because what are the wicked doing, man? They're oppressing our people, man. All right, making our lives a living hell, man. All right, making this life that we live seem like a bad dream, man. A nightmare. This is a nightmare, pretty much for the nation of Israel, man. To live in these conditions, the houses that they live in are infested. All right, or they're into they're into these poverty areas where there's drugs and different things like that. All right, murder and killing one another.
I have the word hypocrite for you. All right, this is the word hypocrite from Job 25. It says, Strong's H2611 Hanap, so like it, Hanap. It says hypocritical, godless, profane, hypocrite, irreligious. All right, and this the quick Strong's definition. It says, i.e., with sin, impious. All right, hypocritical. Okay.
And if I can speak on it, it says, what did you say like the first two you read?
It says the biblical outline.
Oh, it said godless. Mm-hmm. Right? We don't. That's why he considered as a bastard. You see, he's godless because the Most High is only dealing with the nation of Israel, and it says profane. It says when you go back to what? Hebrews, it says what? I have not found. Go ahead, brother.
This is Hebrews 12 and 16. It says, I'm going to start at 15. Hebrews 12 and 15. Looking diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of the Lord, lest any root of bitterness spring up trouble you, and thereby many be defiled, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how that after when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears.
Right, so this what Esau is that hypocrite, man, who's been loose for a little season. Right, so the wicked, the triumphant of the wicked is short. You got it,
bro. The profane definition. And it says ungodly. It says ungodly, godless, unbelieving, disbelieving, disrespectful. these are all the characteristics, of Esau Edom, man. He's profane. All right, he doesn't believe in the scriptures. And that's obvious because you can look at the society and see that it's not, you know, it doesn't hold, any type of morals, man. According to the Bible. All right.
Yeah. And the lack of morals and the lack of integrity and the lack of the ability to rule, that's associated with Esau Edom on the planet Earth today. And I got this real quick word in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. All right. This is that word Edom. The last paragraph of Edom, it says, Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as the scene of great future judgments. She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua.
Gone. So, as the definition stated, it said that it is the only nation of people, all right, that did not receive, pretty much any forgiveness, all right, from the Heavenly Father, man. That is destined pretty much for for destruction, man. To be wasted away. All right.
Yep. And if you void of judgment, then your mind is turned to a bitter state. That's why Esau Edom is also associated with pride in the scriptures. We're having a mindset that, you know what, in pride, I'm seeking after that birthright spiritually. All right, I'm putting hell and persecuting you so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes. Man. It all goes back to that birthright, like you read in Hebrews, man, and ultimately in Genesis as well. Esau Edom, he ultimately sold out for a low morale, for a low value, and sold out his birthright, man. All right, and now on the planet Earth today, he's just playing out his role in the Lord, man, as the wicked on the earth. And when he's taken out of the way, like it says in the scriptures, he that led it will led until he was taken out of the way. So when he's taken out of the way, then what's going to spring up? Hope, mercy, peace, righteousness, government. You got it, man. Those are the next ones.
All right, one more word.
You got it.
All right. This is the definition of the word impious off of Google. All right, because in the blue letter, one of the definitions of the word hypocrite in the blue letter was impious. This is the word impious. The Google definition, it says, not showing respect or reverence, especially for a God. And that's, then that pretty much explains the morale of Esau Edom, especially in his beast system, or shall I say the latter leg of this beast system, the fourth beast system. When you go into Revelation 13, where it speaks about the beast system, right? It said that what? That the beast would blaspheme the name of the Lord, the name of his begotten Son, who would blaspheme his tabernacle, them that dwell in heaven. Okay, this whole entire system, America, NATO, and the EU, would be in all our rebellion against Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, impious. Okay, not showing any respect or reverence towards the Lord. That's why Most High Yahweh is getting ready to send his begotten Son Yahweh back to take down this beast. That's it.
Yeah, it reminds me of that scripture where he sets himself as God, and he exalts himself as the Most High.
Yeah.
He does that by way of his technology, all right, which is his strength, which is his weapon. His technology is his weapon, man. All right, it's part of his sword. All right, and the rest and his other swords as well. But yeah, man, he's doing that. He's doing these things, especially with what is that? No, it's technology with AI and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Going into he's setting himself as the Most High. Like, he's basically saying that we don't need the Most High.
Like through his blessing, he feel like he can, outdo the Most High. He can over trump the Most High. With he create with the sword that the Lord blessed him with. That's why he got to be taken out the way, man. He's too prideful.
got one for you, Amon. This is 2 Thessalonians 2:7. For the mystery of iniquity that already worked, only he who now let it will let it until he be taken out of the way.
That's right. So only he that will let. Speaking about the Heavenly Father, man. All right. He has the say so. He has the bounds, that this man can, pass or not pass, man. All right. Anything else on that?
We got some more. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Right. And how is the Lord doing that right now, man? He's doing that by way of his prophets that are on the highways and the byways. All right. The men that you see that's sitting here, as well as the men that are around the four corners of the world, they're professing the word, man. All right. They're giving up that sacrifice. You know.
It says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders.
Yeah, it's lying wonders, man. It's technology, man. It's different devices, man. All right. Oh yeah, you can't walk through doors, so I have a solution to be able to fix it. You know, you have depression. I have a pill you can take that. He deceives you by his different, his different, sorceries, man. Because he's a warlock.
About that, I think there's an article that came out that said that the Neuralink can fix depression. That's going into what his signs of lying wonders. And also it says it's coming after the workings of Satan. So we're just like we're on the right hand side doing the bidding of the Heavenly Father. All right, we got that.
We're working. Right. And the brother, could you grab that brother post on the website, basically going into or was that on YouTube? Going into like if you could control the minds of the society, no matter what you do to them, like they're gonna still stay in that docile mindset.
I think I don't know.
That was on. I think a brother had posted like a little picture in a WhatsApp, like young Victor. Go ahead, I get the word.
Alright, yeah, this the word working in 2 Thessalonians 2:9. Alright, the working of Satan, right? Now the word working, alright, Strong's G 1753, energy, right? It says working, efficiency. It says in the New Testament, used only of superhuman power, whether of the Most High God, Yahweh, or of the devil.
Right? So basically, Esau is the left-hand side. Esau is the left-hand side energy, man. All right? Yeah, physical counterpart of Satan, man. All right? And the Lord is showing, the power of the wicked, man. All right? And what he's bringing to deceive the world, man, into believing that, they can rely on him, or they can, he can be their God, man. To have full dependency on the government, man. All right, which is really the elite bankers, man, because all these lower level, senators and mayors, man, they're puppets, man. They all told what to do. All right, behind closed doors. All right.
Keep going with Job. It's back in Job chapter 20, verse 6. It says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, his head reach unto the clouds, yet he perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he?
Sorry, read it one more time, please.
Verse 6, it says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reaches unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he?
That's right, man. So it's a says, though his excellency, which is, his technology and different things like that, through his superpower and his strength and his army, he thinks himself to be, he exalts himself, man. Like, nobody can come up against me, nobody can stop me. I'm in a position of power. Like, you can stop
I got
me.
a space military. Nobody on the earth is capable of performing these things in the heaven like the scriptures tell you. He's given that fatness of the earth and the dew of the heavens. And he flexes with that dew of the heavens that the Most High has given him, that little sprinkle, man.
Yeah.
Okay? He holds that sprinkle that the Most High has given him, that dew of the heavens, in a very prideful mindset, man. All right? And he's treacherous on the planet Earth. Me and the brother was going into it, how you got that character Freddy Krueger, where you couldn't basically get a good night's sleep without having a nightmare, man. All right, without being plagued, okay, without being without your life being sought after, man. And that's how the elect are in this society, man. All right, this is like a nightmare. So once Esau is taken out of the way, we're gonna be looking back at the hell we caught here, like, man, that was just a bad nightmare that we woke up from, man. A bad dream. You got it. I got one. You got it.
This is Isaiah 14 and 13. It says, "For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars, above the stars of the Most High. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High."
Right. Let's go on into the scripture that we just talked about, man. What he exalts himself, man. Again, what through his military, all right, by having, control over these different nations, all right. But what are these other nations are starting to say now? They're starting to rise up against this place, all right. They're starting to realize that once they start to get, basically come together, they can defeat the beast, man. All right, because as the scriptures say, when you read Daniel, it says basically it goes into how Esau looked at the other nations as weaker. He looked at the other nations as weaker, like when the clay was mixed with the
Basically saying America is more stout than its fellows.
They look at these other nations and look down on them. We're better than you. They puff themselves up due to that, like the brothers are going into their technology. And we see it with the Edomite figures today in this current world. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. We see where their mindsets are. Their mindsets are, you know what? Let's go get you. Let's tap into that blessing that we have. Let's put in that NWO on the planet Earth. So when all those wicked agendas, it's just likened unto a super villain, man. Once he's taken out of the way, like we were going into different analogies, like Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that. Like once the Earth is rid of that wicked one, it's gonna dwell in peace, man. Even down to the trees, the birds, everything is gonna flourish because it's being governed over by a righteous source. How about Shimmy Shot?
Right. I got one to back you up. I got one. This is 2nd Ezra 11 and 46. That all the earth may be refreshed and delivered from the violence, and hope for the judgment and mercy of him that made her. So the whole earth is going to be made refreshed, and the earth right now is hoping for the mercy, of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. So just going into what that brother said, man, because the wicked, what he's done is when he dropped bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, he became that superpower. He became that superpower, policing the earth through the reserve, the dollar, the reserve currency. Okay, so he was what, man? He was like, ain't nobody can touch me. I'm sitting in the throne here. What you gonna do? We got this technology, and Esau know that he was granted the blessing. He know that the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. And what his whole mission has been is to try to keep it. No, he knew he was given the blessing, but his whole mission is to try to keep it.
Yes.
It ain't like in the midst of his kingdom, he figured out that he was the wicked and he was Esau and now he has the blessing. No, he been knowing it this whole time, you know? But he knowing that he have a short time, you know? But you got it, boy. Oh, you want me to keep reading that, Joe? I got it. Joe. Oh, no, this is what it said here, the precepts a lot.
I'm looking for it. When I get it, I'm gonna call for it.
So I'm gonna go back to Job. This is Job 20:8. It says, "He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night."
Right now. All right. And just as the verse said before it, it said what? It says he shall perish forever like his own dung. You know, basically, you know, like when a dog goes to the bathroom, you know, it starts to decompose. And like it's never thought about again. So it's like Esau will never be in the kingdom after 1,000 years of destroying them. He's gonna be like, yo, do y'all remember that guy? Man, Esau, you know, it's like that's how it's gonna be, man, for him. That's how it's gonna be for the nation of Edom, man. They're just gonna be a story that a whole story, man. You know, of who the wicked was. You know? Yeah.
This is Psalms 37 and 35. "I have seen the wicked in great power, and spread himself like a green bay tree, which he have done." That's why he's policed the earth.
Yes.
36. "Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I sought him, but he could not be found." Oh yeah, so because this devil, he's gonna be taken out of the way, man. All right, he's the wicked now, you know, but he's gonna be taken out of the way because you know everybody's, and even now the covering cast is being taken off everybody's eyes, and that's what the other nations is gonna be like. Is this the man? Is this he? You know, is this him? Is this the fucker that did all this damage on the planet Earth, that made men tremble, that shook the earth? You know, he's gonna be taken down because the title, another title that the Lord has given his devil was the basis of men. See, with his technology, he looked like he's the top dog. Like you have one man, so you got a guy like in high school, right? You know how like on Disney Channel, I used to watch it all the time. Like they'll have this dude in high school. He's the man in high school because his parents have money. You know what I'm saying? Like knowing that movie Never Back Down. The top dude that could fight, that was the badass. He was the man because you know he had the fame, he had the style from his daddy teaching them. They had money, all right. But without all of that, he wasn't shit. You see, and that's how Esau is. Without the sword, Esau ain't shit. He's the basis of men. So when he be taken out the way, he like dust that's thrown up in the air. You'll never see that again. You know. You got it. Go ahead, man.
All right. It's a little lengthy. I'm going to just read it in the NLT. This is Isaiah 14. And I'm going to start at 5. I'm going to read down into 11 in the NLT. It says, Isaiah 14 and 5. You can just stop me where you want. Isaiah 14 and 5, it says, "For the Lord has crushed your wicked power and broken your evil rule." Salaki. It says, "The mighty man has been destroyed. Yes, your insolence." Could you look that word up? Insolence. INSOLENC. It says, "Your insolence is ended." It says, "For the Lord has crushed your wicked power and broken your evil rule. You struck the people with endless blows of rage and held the nations in your angry grip with unrelenting tyranny." With unrelenting tyranny. It says, "But finally the earth is at rest and quiet. Now it can sing again. Even the trees of the forest, the cypress trees and the cedars of Lebanon, sing out this joyous song. Since you have been cut down, no one will now come to cut us down. In the place of the dead, there is excitement over your arrival. The spirit of world leaders and mighty kings long dead stand up to see you. With one voice they all cry out, 'Now you are as weak as we are. Your might and power were buried with you. The sound of the harp in your palace has ceased. Now maggots are your sheet and worms your blankets.
That's how low he gonna be, bro. And if I can speak on that, it says the other nations will be like, look, you became weak as us. They don't give a, the other nations ain't gonna give a fuck that they on the bottom too. They just happy that Esau is out the way. You know, like shit, like, hey man, we ain't next up the rule. The Israelites got it. We ain't tripping on that. We just glad that your ass not ruling no more. You know? And that just goes to show you how oppressed the whole earth is under the rulership of this devil.
Yes.
You got that word up?
So I'm going to read it one more time. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, and verse 5 in the NLT. It says, the mighty man has been destroyed. Yes, your insolence is ended.
This is the definition of the word insolence from Google. It says rude and disrespectful behavior.
Yeah, and the scripture say what, man? It says that what it says who must it goes, it says because of unrighteous dealings, riches got by deceit. The kingdom was translated from one people to another.
I got it right here. Real quick, Sirach 10 and 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated. Okay.
It just did.
It just did that?
Because I got it clear right here.
Okay. Are we back again?
Yeah, we good.
All right. It's the water.
Yeah, I got a precept to back you up. Go ahead. Read that definition again, bro.
The definition of the word insolence from Google, it says rude and disrespectful behavior.
All right, check this out. Rude and disrespectful behavior. This is Psalms 50 and 16. But unto the wicked the Most High said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? Now this is the disrespectful behavior. Seeing that thou hated instruction and cast my words behind thee. You see, when thou saw a thief, then thou consented with him, and hast been partaker with the adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue framing deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, and thou slanderest thy own mother's son. That's the rude and disrespectful behavior, bro. You know? And also the blasphemy of the Heavenly Father's name. Okay? How you sit up there and you got your funky ass in our land. All right? Defiling the land. That's rude and disrespectful, man. Okay? You got it,
bro. Yeah, you can read that where you was up. I got a definition.
All right, Isaiah 14. All right, this is Isaiah 14 and 6. It says, "You in the NLT, it says, you struck the people with endless blows of rage and held the nations in your angry grip with unrelenting tyranny."
That's right. When you go into that word tyranny, it says reign of terror. It says suppression, enslavement, oppression, cruelty, bullying, harshness, all right, brutality, strictness, ruthlessness, injustice. So this is what you do, to these other nations, man. You rule them unjustly, man. You make these so-called deals with them, and as soon as it doesn't fall through, and you know that it doesn't fall through, you know it isn't going to fall through, you penalize them, man, and say that they're in debt. that they oppressed them as a people, man, which is it's wicked as hell. Right? Yeah, that's it on that.
All right, this is second Ezra 11 and 40. It says, and the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past. And that fourth, was being what ancient Rome, but we know now we're in what Rome 2.0. Speaking of, these are the fourth beasts, right? It says, and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression. And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit, but thou hast not judged the earth in truth. Thou hast afflicted the meek, thou hast hurt the peaceable, thou hast loved liars, and destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit, and hast cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm. All right, so basically, hey, that's the tyranny of his rulership. That's the injustice of his rulership. All right, the Lord telling you straight up, this dude has been ruling in much wicked oppression and deceit, man. Come in like he's all for you, just like how he looked at the political parties. He looked like he seems, he has what it's like a lamb but spake as a dragon. He seems as if though he's for you, your better good and your future. But really and truly, he's plotting to destroy you. That's why I say his words are smoother than butter, but within his heart, he's looking to overthrow you, man. To smite you with a sword. That's deceitful and that's oppression. And another thing I always say, which shows you this devil is oppressive, he taxes your taxes. Now, if that ain't a bitch ass nigga, I don't know what it is. You got it.
And for water,
I'm going to back you up. It's Obadiah. Salakia. You got it.
No, I was just saying, man, this devil's so evil, man, you're paying for water, which is just should be a natural resource. When you read the scriptures, it tells you, man. Water, bread, and what were some of the lists of the things that they said in the scriptures? Essentials of life. Yeah.
Oil,
Yeah.
wine, all of that.
Yeah, he taxes. He makes you pay for all of those things, man.
Air. He'll tax you on air, the air you breathe.
And put ingredients in your damn water.
Yeah.
You got it.
This is Obadiah 1 and 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? And the Most High has done that through his prophets, through the spirit and power, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, across the four corners. It tells you in Isaiah the 47th chapter. It says, well, uncover the locks. They can bear. All right? Take vengeance, and the Lord is not going to meet you as a man. All right? You're spiritually going to be taken out of the way. And it's ultimately, it goes back to what does it say? Jacob healed Esau. So you're being taken out of power, man. By the prophets in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And once you're taken out of power, guess who's being raised up? You got to think about it. Pulling that hill down and you raising up into rulership, man. That's us. That's our story. But it says, all the men of thy confederate, and if I could just make one more point, it says Esau searched out. How are the things that Esau searched out? How are the hidden things sought up? And ultimately, the Lord has revealed his secrets. It tells you our name is right. The Lord has revealed his secrets onto the prophets. So we're a part of revealing Esau Edom on the planet Earth. Who is Esau Edom? When you had that blank, you could fill it in a lot of times and put Esau Edom there for wicked instances in the Bible. So it comes to a point in time where the Lord is making it clear to the planet Earth, hey, this is who's behind the sorcery. Like on the Wizard of Oz. This is who's behind that curtain. Or don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain. If a brother could pull that clip up, don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain. The whole, the big bad wolf of the planet Earth, man. Esau Edom. So when you're taken out of the way, and I can get another quick one too. Like it tells you in Isaiah the 14th chapter, the cedar trees are going to rejoice, man. The earth is going to be refreshed. It tells you in 2 Peter, right? That word, when you go into that word, refreshing means what? New, right?
Like be renewed.
Yeah. Yep, play it real quick out. like this clip of Wizard of Oz at the end. All right. All right. Really quick. So that guy was uncovered at the end, man, for being a source of wickedness for what? The whole earth at that time, man. Dorothy was trying to get back home, right? The Tin Man, he wanted a heart. He wanted to feel. The Scarecrow, he wanted a brain, man. And that eyes came with him. Like, if we go to the eyes, we'll get all those things. He'll give me something that Yahweh Shimei Shai can do for you. That's those left-handed workings of Satan, man. So when he's taken out of the way and when he's revealed on the planet Earth, everybody's going to hate him. And they're going to look back at him as a shadow, man. Like, this was the guy? Like it tells you in Isaiah 14 that opened it not the house of his prisoners. But it says, Obadiah 1:7, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. And Psalm 3rd chapter goes into what? These are the nations that you've been in agreement with to take us off from being a nation, man. So now that shoe is on your foot of slavery. You got it, man.
I'm just real quick, just looking up on my phone that scene from the Wizard of Oz that you spoke of about the man being uncovered from the curtain. You know, because once they once that curtain got pulled off, like it literally was just a Edomite in a black suit and tie, looked like a rich elite banking family type Edomite. And that pretty much sums up the story of this earth. This earth is being ran and operated behind the scenes by the rich elite banking families of Esau and Edom. Okay, they're well dressed. Okay, they go about presumptuously, like it goes into the story of the parable of Lazarus and the rich man. Esau and Edom is that rich man that fares sumptuously every day. Okay, but pretty soon, as the brothers are going into throughout this whole entire lesson, the scene is getting ready to be flipped. Or Lazarus, the poor man, the beggar, is getting ready to be on top, and the rich man is getting ready to be on the bottom. That was just a good point.
This is Isaiah chapter 47, verse. I'll read verse 3. It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. No, I'm going to start at 2. It says, take the millstone and grind the mill, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the river. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. So basically, that he's being revealed, man. He's being uncovered. You ever watch in those old movies? You got some sexy ass woman walking down the sidewalk, and then the wind blowing, her fucking skirt raised up. She's like, oh, trying to hurry up and cover. That's how it is with Esau. He's being exposed. He's being revealed. So that's why the scripture says the nations are mad. All right, because damn, we trusted this fucking devil. We did business with him, but look at him now. He's breaking the oath that he made with us. All right, but that's what he's known as. He's known as the what? The devil, the old serpent. You see, this deceiving the whole world. So he's being made bare through prophecy first and foremost. Okay.
Yeah. This whoever wants to speak on it. All right. This is First Maccabees, chapter 2, and verse 62. Okay, going to Mattathias, when he was rounding up his sons, okay, which included Judas Maccabees, okay, taking counsel with him, all right, before his death, setting him in order. Okay, if this brother's gonna play this role, Judas Maccabees is gonna be at the forefront of y'all. This brother's gonna be more of a counselor within y'all circle, okay. But this is Mattathias. They sorted his sons, including Judas Maccabees, right? They is First Maccabees, chapter 2, verse 62. He says, "Fear not then the words of a sinful man, for his glory shall be dung and worms." Okay, and at that time they were obviously speaking of the Greeks. Okay, Antiochus, the Greeks, which were who? Edomites. Okay, so the same things that Mattathias sold his sons, we can apply this in this very day as well as the hopeful elect, because the Greco-Roman system is back in power all over again. All right, they're on that last leg, like the brother Todd said. They know that they have but only a short time left, right? So it says, First Maccabees 2:62, "Fear not then the words of a sinful man, for his glory shall be dung and worms," which basically means what? The grave, because that's the only thing you find in the grave: dung, dirt, okay, worms, maggots, all right, things that creep within the earth. It says, verse 63, "Today he shall be lifted up, and tomorrow he shall not be found, because he is returned into his dust, and his thought is come to nothing." You guys want to take a shot at that? That's First Maccabees 2, verses 62 and 63. Read 63 again. First Maccabees 2, verse 63. "Today he shall be lifted up," all right, because he's in his power right now, right? He's in his blessing right now. It says, "And tomorrow he shall not be found." Tomorrow basically symbolizing what? In a short period of time, in the near future, okay, he shall not be found. Basically meaning what? He's going to be taken out of rulership. All right. It says, "Because he is returned into his dust." Sit down in dust, O daughter of Babylon. As Brother Blue was just reading in Isaiah 47. It says, "Because he is returned into dust, and his thought has come to nothing." Once we get into the kingdom, our kingdom is going to be so glorious where it's going to come to a point to where these heathen nations, they ain't even going to be thinking about Esau no more. They're going to be thinking like, who? Esau? Who the hell is that? Y'all know what they talking about? Who the hell is Esau? And that just symbolizes how glorious our kingdom is going to be. All right, once we get into the kingdom, once Yahweh establishes the kingdom. Because you're looking right now, if you think that Esau's power is glorious with all of his pseudoscience and technology, all right, his weaponry, well, just imagine, okay, our rulership under Yahweh Shai. The thought of Esau and everything that he's trying to establish right now is going to be no more.
Yeah, Jake is the form of all things, man. So you gotta imagine, like Jake at his full potential, having knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and his mind being 100% open to everything, man. Like our kingdom is just gonna be so glorious, man, so beautiful, man. Again, this is gonna make this life seem like a horrible nightmare, man.
I got a quote. This is Isaiah 11:1. "And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. And the Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and of the fear of the Lord, and shall make him of quick understanding in the fear of the Lord. And he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears. But with righteous shall he judge the poor, and reprove with equity for the meek of the earth. And he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked." All right. And as it read, all right, was that 2 Thessalonians? It said, "Shall he be destroyed with the brightness of his coming?" All right. And that's talking about Yahweh Shai, who the world even really calls Jesus Christ. As it says, "Forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots." All right. Yahweh Shai is associated with what? The elect of the house of Israel, right? Okay. So it says, I'm gonna jump down. It says, and this is just going into backing up the brother's points about how this is a nightmare that we're in here in America, man. So when we wake up, we're actually going to be at rest. We're actually going to be in peace. And that starts with Esau, Edom being taken out of the way. As it says in Thessalonians, it's the book of of Isaiah, chapter 11, verse 4, it says, "But with righteousness shall he judge the poor and reprove with equity for the meek of the earth. And he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked." Right? The ultimate judge, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Who else can, like it says, reprove with equity for the meek of the earth? Who else can actually restore the government of the earth, man? Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because it's polluted in the hands of Esau Edom, man. As a brother read that beautiful precept in Maccabees, man. All right? You got it, bro. Go ahead. You got a little bit more on this.
All right. This is the word equity from Isaiah 11 and 4. This is the Google definition. It says equity, the quality of being fair and impartial.
A real judge. They read in that verse about Esau Edom, it said, one of them said injustice, man. So, what's the other side of injustice? Justice. What's the other side of oppression? Salvation, man. Relief. Restoration. Peace, man. And we're, like it says, Esau is the end of the world, man. Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So you're seeing that being made manifest on the planet Earth from the apostles on down to the least of it. All right? And it's going to come through Yahushua, as it says, Isaiah 11 and 5, "And righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins, and faithfulness the girdle of his reins. The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb." So after Yahushua comes back, man, and cracks those clouds, the earth is going to be returned and restored unto righteousness. It says, "The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb." All right? In this society, man, wolf ain't dwelling with a lamb. That wolf is trying to slay that lamb. And that's physically, all right, a real animal, and spiritually as well, man. Esau Edom, man. So all of that is going to be put away with the doing away of Esau Edom, as it said in Isaiah the 14th chapter, cutting off of the son and nephew. And that's going to happen in that first 1,000-year period, man. The restoration. The restoration of our nation, man. As it says, Isaiah 11 and 6, "The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them." And we don't see that under this current rulership of the planet Earth, man. Esau Edom. What we really see is, as the scriptures tell you, children of their oppressors and women rule over them, man. We're seeing the exact opposite of that in this society. So through Yahushua is going to come proper judgment, as the brother read, equity, man, which is the other side of injustice, man. Equality. Israel is on top. These other nations are back in their right estates. It's a balance. They're in their proper order, man. Moab is in its proper order. Ammon in its proper order. Esau Edom. And that proper order for Esau Edom just happens to be cutting off that male, and that son and that nephew, man. All right? That's your penalty, Esau, as it read in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. All right? No mercy. No repentance, man. Though he carefully sought it with tears. And we see it's matching up with how you're ruling over the planet Earth right now. You deserve this, man. You got it.
I had this precept. I'm gonna read it in the NIV. I'm gonna start at the top and I'm gonna just jump. Look, this is Psalms 37 and 1 in the NIV. It says, "Do not fret because of those who are evil, or be envious of those who do wrong. For like the grass, they will soon wither. Like green plants, they will soon die away." Going into what Esau Edom, man. He's going to wither away. He's going to soon be cut down. Now I'm going to jump to verse 10. "A little while, and the wicked will be no more. Though you look for him, though you look for them, they will not be found."
A little while, man. And that's the mindset that we should have, man. Look, just a little bit longer, and the Lord is going to do away with this devil. And we're seeing it according to prophecy, which is the testimony of Yahushua, man. All right? We see that, hey, man, the time is now. Any moment, this place could blow. We talk about this all the time amongst each other, man. We could scroll down our phone, get an alert like the brother phone just rang. They say EMP attack. or a major false flag attack, a so-called T attack, right? And then this society is totally dissolved, man. As we see it, layoffs here, man. You got to look at the signs. It's only a matter of time before all these layoffs, all these unemployment rates, all of these different signs catch up to America, man. It's not gonna just be over here, over there. It's gonna hit home, man. It's gonna hit your front door. Starting with those martial law troops, man. They're gonna bring it to you, Jake's front door, man. You got it, right? Go ahead.
It's the Psalm 73 and 12. It says, "Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches." Now I'm going to jump down to 17. Well, I'm going to go to 16. It says, "When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me." Because that's how you know Jake looking at Esau. Esau prospering in the world. He's having things. He's becoming as a fat heifer. You know, he's looking like he's prospering. But check this out. It says in verse 17, "Until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High, then understood I therein." Because it's what? It's a short time. And once this time is up, because the Lord gave every kingdom its chance to rule, man. You know, every nation got a chance to rule. Esau, you got it wrong. Thrice. You know? So look, it says, "Until I went to the sanctuary of the Most High, then I understood the end." So when you come into this truth, then you understand that, hey, it's hope after this, man. Because Esau has used his tactics, his witchcraft, his sorcery, and his technology to make you think that, we're placed here in America, and what you do is you work, you get college, when you get a college degree, you work, you die, and that's what it is, No, man, it's life after this. It's a kingdom after this. It don't just end here, bruh. It's a kingdom to come. It's a world without end that's coming. You see? I got it. I'm going to go back to that, Job.
I got one real quick. Yes, you can.
All right, you want me to read them?
Where's the receiver to come? All right, this is
I read it. This is Hebrews 13 and 14. "For here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come."
all right.
This is Hebrews 13 and 14. "For here have we no continuing city, but we seek one to come."
Yeah, man. So we know that we have no continuing city here, man. The scriptures say that if this kingdom was of the Lord's kingdom, and His servants would fight. And the Lord told us to remain spiritual, not be carnal. All right, so we're not fighting for this kingdom, man. All right, we're looking for a kingdom to come, man. We're looking for our Savior, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, to come. All right, to what? Establish that righteous kingdom upon the earth, man. Like the brother was saying, which is going to bring, peace. Bring peace not only to humanity, but to the rest of the earth as well, man. The plants, the trees, the animals, the different kind of beasts. All right. You don't even know what's out there in space, man. Other type of animals might be out there as well, man. Earth is not the only planet that has that we're gonna be on, man. The scriptures say that in my Father's house are many mansions, man. So the whole universe, everything, man, everything that's living is gonna be at peace, man. All right. Even they're gonna be, even the trees and the light and animals are gonna liken, Esau God to having a bad dream, man. It's finally over.
That's it. Yeah, this is Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
That's right. So when the righteous are in authority, the people are going to rejoice now. And we're waiting for that, uh, uh, the acceptable replacement, man, which is Yahweh Shai, 144,000, man. This is the tabernacle of David, man. All right, to establish the order and bringing peace on the earth. But we know and we can see through what the wickedness of Esau ruling, all right, and all these other kingdoms as well, that what it has brought forth, pain and suffering and oppression to our people, all throughout the full globe. Yep.
Isaiah 14:7. But finally, the earth is at rest and quiet. Now it can sing again.
That's right, man. And that's what the earth is finally going to be able to say when this man is out of his rulership. All right, so read it one more time about it.
It says, back in Isaiah 14:7, but finally, the earth is at rest and quiet. Now it can sing again.
Yeah, the earth and the trees, they're going to sing, man. I just recently watched a little short, clip, and it was going into how they use some type of, device to listen to the trees, and the trees was mourning, man. It said that the trees were crying. All right, it was crying for help. All right, it was a call of distress. All right. So the earth here ain't at peace right now, man. The trees aren't at peace. All right, you have the trees constantly being sprayed with chemtrails and heavy metals and leads and different things like that. All right, the grass, the water, everything's getting polluted. All right, purposely by this devil, man. The birds are dying from 5G, 6G.
Yeah.
You know,
Plant-based ain't even plant-based no more, man.
Well, it's plant-based.
GMO-based.
It's plant-based. It's based off of Esau's plants and factories, and
They got the jump shot in. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, they call it manufacturing. Manufacturing. It's generic manufacturing, something like that, along the lines of them whenever they make their food, man. You know, they're coming out now with what 3D printed steaks and meats and different things like that.
Fish.
Yeah, they even coming up with laws to where it's saying that they don't have to necessarily even tell you that it's 3D printed, man.
Unrighteous decrees, man. That's another part of it. When you go into that sword in Revelation the 6th chapter, identifying Esau Edom as that red horse, a part of that sword goes into judicial punishment, man. So what he does is he enacts these different decrees, and with the decree will be something specifically tailored to cater to his agenda, and specifically against the Lord's chosen people, man. Targeting us all the time, man. I got something, brother, because like I said, the trees break forth into singing. The trees break forth into singing, and ultimately they're going to be singing based off the vibration of this song that we're singing, man. What? The Yahweh Shem Yahushai is triumphing gloriously. The horse and his rider has been thrown into the sea. Exodus 15 chapter. This is Revelation 14:1. And lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. And they sung as it were a new song, and then a new song before the throne, and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. And a part of that song we're singing is what? Esau, he's going to cease from being an oppressor over us. And what's going to happen? The earth is going to peak at its fruition. like it tells you, is going to return to Eden again, man. That's not going to happen until Esau Edom is taken out of the way, man. All right? And in the midst of that, you have what? The elect being sealed. All this hell taking place on the planet Earth. Us being tested and brought through that fiery trial, man. So it says, again, and they sung it as it were a new song, and this new song is that old song, man. All right? Because what? Yahweh shall come in the volume of the book. The Old Testament confirms the New Testament and vice versa, man. It backs each other up. So it says, and no man can learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. And I'm not going to jump down for the purpose of the lesson, but those lyrics go into what? Or that song as it goes into in this chapter. Fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, don't take the Charagma, and Babylon is going to be destroyed. And its ruler, the horse and his rider, is going to be thrown into that sea. What is that sea? The nuclear missiles, man. America, engulfed in flames. That's it, man.
I had a precept. I had two precepts real quick to back up. Brother, he was going into how the earth is mourning, because basically, if you know how it is. Like if you got demons on you, it's hard for you to pray, it's hard for you to bless. You know what I'm saying? You got demons on you, that's why you got to fast and pray, get the demons off you. But the earth is mourning because it's demons. Just loose on the planet Earth too much wickedness, man. Because what it says in 2 Corinthians 15th chapter, it says wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth. So I'm gonna just get this. This is Psalms 82 and 5. It says, "They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course." So the earth is out of course through the rulership of this devil, all right? And that's why we need righteousness on the planet Earth, okay? And when he's taken out of the planet Earth, when he's taken out of rulership, then you're going to see what a righteous kingdom is, okay? And it's not going to be over here in America because this place is not going to be inhabited, all right?
No, indeed not.
You see? Indeed. So, yeah, man.
America's going to burn for a certain period of time, and then there's going to be no more smoke. Why? How do we know? It tells you in the scriptures that doleful creatures are going to dwell there. All right? Unclean birds. That's what's going to inhabit this place, man. And it's rightfully so, man. Hey, you tired of Lafayette? You tired of New Orleans, man? This is just what the Lord has us serving our slavery, man. We're prophesying against this place, man. Because we know what's coming up and what's going to happen next, man. This devil is going to come down with great wrath, man. Because he knows he has a short time left, so he's going to expedite, like that one went into for that 2030 agenda. They're going to expedite it, all right? It's going from 2030 to maybe a couple months from now, maybe the beginning of June, all right? Fair now, ring a bell, knock, knock. Prophecy is knocking, man. Are you going to come in and sup with the Lord? Or you want to be cast into that lake of fire? I'd rather fight and have a chance. I'd rather fight and have a chance with the Lord, man. And do the will of the Father. Not just be caught up in la-la land, not caring whether or not you end up in that lake of fire, man. Or what's going to happen to you.
If I can ask you, Jake be thinking that they're going to just deal with the Lord whenever that time comes. That is a real low vibrational way to think, man. That you're going to deal with the Lord. Like, you're going to continue in wickedness and think that the Lord he's just going to kill you and you're going to be done. No, bro. You got to feel this shit. You got to feel how the Lord coming. You got to feel the wrath. It ain't going to just be I just be speaking as a man. I don't know what death the Lord got for niggas. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord, hey, bro, like he's the author and finisher, right, of our faith. So he's the author and finisher of what? Your death, So, like, I mean, hey, bro, like, that is a weird way to think that you're going to be able to just, the scripture says, the day of the Lord, who can stand it? You know what I'm saying? Who can stand in the day of the Lord, Come on, man. You got to do this.
It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Lord, Jake think he's just going to go through death like it's a breeze. Oh, no. Because you could be burning, like say you get destroyed in the missiles, right? You could be burning for like maybe 8 seconds, 10 seconds, or whatever. But the Lord can make that feel like 8 years or 10 years.
I think they will.
It's the terror of the Lord.
Man, I honestly, speaking as a man, and I think the Lord is going to keep your soul and your body until you absolutely ask, bro. To just fully purify you, man. Because that's the only way I
know it's going to be it's going to be deep in the morning and national teeth, man.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of agony and pain, all right, in that lake of fire, man.
Yeah.
I got one now. Because the brother made a point about how ultimately you gotta go through this, man. All right, because ultimately the Lord is using Esau Edom to perfect the nation of Israel. All right, in these times to be made useful for the kingdom of heaven. So we can actually dwell in that mindset to say, man, this was a nightmare. Look at Esau Edom now. Because we saying, hey, look at us now. So this is Psalm 17:8. Keep me as the apple of thy eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. Wings going into those chariots, man. All right? Or we're going to be caught up into, man. It says, from the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies. So the Lord is telling us we have a deadly enemy on the planet Earth, man. All right? If you had a deadly enemy, would you not be one to know what the enemy is doing? What is he plotting on? If he's your deadly enemy, who is he? Who is Esau Edom? You know, who is he? What is he doing on the planet Earth? Is he coming after me? Or would you rather be blindsided, man? Like we said, we would rather have a fighting chance with these prophecies, man, because we know through the Spirit of the Lord they're true, man. So it says, they are enclosed, my deadly enemies who compass me about. They are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth they speak proudly. They have now compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes bowing down on the earth, like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret places. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him. Cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword, man. So Esau Edom is the Lord's sword, man. All right? So we're up against the wicked. We got to be tried in these times. We got to be made useful, because I would rather have a fighting chance to be made indestructible, man. To be made invincible against this devil, man. So let's go at him with all our might through the Spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. What we have in these prophecies in the name of the Lord, man. The Lord is going to raise us up in this day and lift up a standard for us against Esau. So what do we have to be worried about, man? In the kingdom, we're going to be much more powerful than a nuclear weapon, than a nuclear missile, man. So why fear Esau Edom? You know, like the brother quoted, fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua, who can destroy the soul and the body in hell, man.
Yeah.
You know? You got it, right?
I got a precept just to back up what you said. This is Isaiah 40 and 29. It says, he giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increaseth strength. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and be not weary, and they shall walk and not faint. You know, so within that time of Jacob's trouble, man, some men of the Lord gonna get spiritual power, right? They're gonna be as David, and leapeth up on the wall. Okay, you're gonna put 1,000 men to flight, man. Okay, that's what we're looking forward to. You know, because the elect, man. Hey, bro, those are the elect is very, very close to Yahweh when Yahweh shot, man. Okay, as the scripture says, you that touches any that touches you touches the apple of my eye. You quoted that earlier, brother? Yeah. So that's the spirit, man. You know, he that touches you touches the apple of my eye, man. All right, and that's why because that's Esau's transgression. Esau's transgression is what, you know, how he defiled the land with blood, man. All right, and he hold himself not guilty. So you got to pay for that.
Yeah.
You got to pay for all that, and that's why your ultimate judgment is to be taken completely out of the earth, because we can't have shit like you floating around here.
Yeah. on the little title of this chapter, it says, "Why do the wicked prevail?" And, that question is often asked, like, why does the Lord have the wicked in place? Why is the Lord putting this certain group of people, this nation of people, over us to rule over us like this, man? But it's ultimately to fulfill prophecy, man. For the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. For the proper, all right, restoration of the nation of Israel, man. For us to be tried and refined, all right. For the earth to be set in its proper order again, man. All right. And for ultimately the wicked to be cast down, man. All right. And the true power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to be set up and displayed in the earth, man, as it is written in Isaiah 9 and 6. All right. The increase of the government, oh wonderful counselor, all right. The government shall be upon his shoulders, man. So Yahushua is setting the standard for us in the earth. And it starts with that name, man. You have to call upon the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Don't forsake your first love. Don't neglect the gift that is in you, man. That's how you're going to overcome the wiles of this devil, Esau, Edom, in this time. Because you will be tried, man. That hour of temptation is looming, man. All right? The Lord set it up. Evil versus good. Life versus death, man. Up until the end. One has to prevail. You got it, brother. That's it. I got real quick, and this is back in Job 20 and 8. It says, he shall fly away as a dream. He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night.
That's right, man. So he's just gonna be forgotten, man. All right. He's gonna be, forgotten, man. But nobody's gonna remember this man. All right. You got any more on that?
Yeah, Job 20 and 8. You got a little bit more. This is Job 20 and 9. It says, the eye also which saw him shall see him no more. See? Neither shall his place any more behold him. And that's Esau, man. That's Esau Edom, man. You're not going to have your place anymore on the planet Earth to be able to be like, let me push this button on these nations. Let me crash this economy. Let me usher in this NWO, this Caragna. Because that's how you rule the planet Earth. After your own understanding, after you're the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, man. As it said in Thessalonians. Working. That word working. Those wonders, man. It tells you in Revelation the 13th chapter about those miracles in the sight of the beast, man. Esau, Edom, American is European allies, man. The EU and the NATO. But it says, the eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. You got it.
You got it.
It says, his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods.
That's right. So basically, in the kingdom, man, you're going to, basically, everything that you've had on the side and everything that you've stolen from us as a people is going to be brought back to Israel, man. It's going to be brought back to where we reside at, man. All right? Because the scriptures speak about how you're going to bring Israel back, that are scattered throughout the four corners of the world. You're going to bring them back to Israel.
Fly on the shoulders of the Philistines. Yeah. Tarshish.
Along with that is also going to be the most, the finest of linens, the finest of oils, and different things that you're going to be bringing, to our people, man.
And this current rulership is being replaced by New Jerusalem, man. When we come back down in those incorruptible bodies, all right, under the new covenant. That's right. You got it, brother. Under the new covenant. That's right, man. So when we come back in those incorruptible bodies, we're going to seek out these elites. These elites aren't going to, think about it, elect. They're not going to just die here with America, because according to prophecy, they knew what's going to go on here. So they're going to seek to evade judgment, all right? And we're going to have to seek them out and bring them into slavery, man. They're going to be brought into slavery naked, man, all right? He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. How were we brought into slavery, man? Packed as sardines on cargo slave ships, man. All right? So that cup and that portion of slavery is going to pass into our enemies. And eye for eye is balance in the earth, man. That's what's going to make the earth be restored again, that balance. It's unfairness going on right now. It's one-sided, man. Somebody's losing in this fight right now, man. Jacob is getting the beats, man. All right? But ultimately, we're going to have an intervening by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He's going to plead our cause, man. Oh, wonderful counselor. That's what a counselor does. The counselor says, you know what? This is my client, Israel. I'm defending them on the behalf of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Against Esau Edom. All right? We're finding him guilty. The elect, the house of Israel, blameless. Not guilty, man. Exonerated. That's going to be the conclusion of this movie, man. You got it, man.
I got two pieces, man.
You got it, bro.
This is I'm gonna go to this is Wisdom of Solomon 2:1. It says, "For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright, our lives is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy, neither was there any man known after to return from the grave." Now I'm gonna jump down to verse 5. It says, talking about so the subject matter is the wicked. It's the wicked reasoning in their head. So this is the so-called white man reasoning up in his head, the elites. It says, "For our time is a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning. For it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again." So I'm gonna go to verse 4. It says, "For our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance, and our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun and overcome with the heat thereof." That's gonna be the end of Esau. Nobody's gonna fucking remember you after a certain amount of time, man. Right. Because you're gonna be put out the planet Earth. Okay? I got the last precept right here. Back you up. This is 2nd Ezra 7 and 56. "For while we lived and committed iniquity," right? While we lived and committed iniquity and, ruled the world in much of oppression and wickedness, we considered not that we should begin to suffer for it after death. So therefore what, man? Why these so-called white people, like what the hell his name was? Queen Elizabeth, she died. She went to meet the Heavenly Father. Mm-hmm. She was informed that, hey, you're going to be reincarnated in the kingdom in slavery, okay? And you're going to be aired out for all the things that you did on the planet Earth,
Along with George H.W. Bush, another devil that passed away last year. Yeah. Because H.W. Bush, what is he most known for? He gave that speech, I believe, back in 1991. He's
10 years from
he specifically said, all right, NWO in that speech. For you brothers that seen it, y'all know what I'm talking about, the NWO term. And we said that as the Soviet Union was falling at that time. But nonetheless, he's in the spirit war as well, along with Queen Elizabeth, as the brother was going to, and they've been informed that, hey, y'all die now, and guess what? Y'all will come back in reincarnation again, and y'all gonna wake up in the kingdom of heaven as slaves. All right, with a mask on your face.
This is Isaiah 49:11 in the NLT. I'm gonna read it in the KJV first. It says, "Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever." Salakia. Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names, and that's talking about Esau Edom. All right, because his inward thought is, okay, well, we're gonna cash out on America. All right, then we're gonna build back better. All right, we're gonna build again. Okay, NWO, like the brother went into that acronym, man. All right. But what is that society going to be based on? He's showing you glimpses of it, man. With this technology, this digital technology, man. Revelation 13 and 16. I'm going to read it in the NLT. This is Psalms 49:11 in the NLT. It says, I'm going to start at 10. It says, those who are wise must finally die, just like the foolish and senseless, leaving all their wealth behind. The grave is their eternal home, where they will stay forever. They may name their estates after themselves, but their fame will not last. They will die just like animals. This is the fate of fools, though they are remembered as being wise. See? You want to say something on that? Yeah, so that's Esau Edom, man. All right? You're going to be remembered in the planet Earth for being wise in your own mind, man, and having led yourself to destruction. All right? By doing what? Ultimately, just what the Most High told you to do through prophecy, man. All right? You're going to find out that you were subjected unto the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Esau. All right? That you didn't control your own actions, man. Like it tells you, the pride of thine heart has deceived thee. You so bent in your pride that you thinking it's just you. No man you standing alone by yourself, man. That's ultimately a hell of a oppressor to be going up against, man. That's why we need Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You got it, right? That was it.
Yeah, I got one. This Isaiah chapter 49. The point is in verse 8, but I'm gonna start in verse 7. All right, Isaiah 49, verse 7. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, the Redeemer of Israel, and His Holy One, to him whom man despiseth, to him whom the nation abhorreth, to a servant of rulers, kings shall see and arise, princes also shall worship, because of the Lord that is faithful, and the Holy One of Israel, and He shall choose thee. Right, the Lord's going to choose Israel, right? It says, it's the point, verse 8. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, in an acceptable time have I heard thee. And this is that acceptable time, when the Lord is hearing the cries and the sighs of His elect. You know, it says, in an acceptable time have I heard thee, and in the day of salvation have I helped thee. And that's going to be through Yahweh Shai. When He comes back and delivers us, Lord willing, we be in that number. But it says, and I will preserve thee and give thee for a covenant of the people, all right, the new covenant, after Yahweh Shai brings salvation to us and deliver us, okay? It says, to establish the earth, to cause to inherit the desolate heritages. All right, so once Israel's in the kingdom, all right, under Yahweh Shai, when the tabernacle of David is going to be established, all right, that's when the earth is going to be established. As the brothers was going into earlier in this lesson, the earth is defiled under the inhabitants of the Edomites, the rulership of the Edomites, the trees, the air, the waters, the food, the animals, nature, you know, everything under the sun on the earth. Okay, but once Israel, that righteous government is going to be established, all right, the earth is going to be established in righteousness. Okay, the trees are going to sing again, like the brothers were going into. Okay, everything is going to be at peace. All right, but it all starts with the Lord establishing order upon the earth, which is His begotten Son, that profitable man spoken of in Sirach, the 10th chapter, then the 12 apostles. Okay, which is going to be what? At the forefront of the 144,000. Okay, and it's going to be through that governing body that there's going to be peace. All right, you know, forever after on the earth. Okay, through righteousness. You know, but that was it.
With that, Lord willing, this video was edifying. We're going to give all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
All right, Gaban is our elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to the Akim that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. All right, until next time, Lord willing, we say Shalom.
Shalom.
Abba.
Kwam Yashala. Until next time, Akim, Shalom.